Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. If you don't know me, my name is Sarah and in today's video we are discussing market prep plans. It is so good to talk to you all again. I have taken a long break and I regret it slightly. I wish I took it a shorter break. I needed a break, don't get me wrong. I was losing my mind for a minute there. I was procrastinating the release of my most recent video, which is the one about switching online shops. You all are so supportive and you have pretty much confirmed to me that this decision is going to be good for me, at least for now. If I have any issues with it, like I mentioned in the video, then I will switch things around again. It's just, I needed a way to simplify things for my online stuff, online sales and everything, so this works out. It's the right decision. I appreciate all your prayers and all your kind words. You all are the best. Thank you. I think one thing I forgot to mention in that video was that a lot of people have managers for their YouTube. So they have like a team of people or at least one other person helping them, and I don't have any of that. Like I have my dad, he's my advisor, he's amazing, but obviously I'm still doing like all the work myself, so I could do it, but I don't want this business to just, how do I put this? Like this is my life right now and I really love it and I want to continue to love it, so I don't want it to become the only thing I live for, pretty much. So yeah, anyways, I don't know if that made any sense, but you're here for market prep. Let's talk about that. I am not working on market prep right this second because I have a huge custom order. And I just said we talk about market prep and now here I am talking about custom orders. But this person wanted this giant dragon, so I'm making the wildflower dragon again. I'll put that on the screen. The only difference with this one is that the eyes are different. These ones are gorgeous. I'll have to get you a glamour shot, but these are from Traveling Pony Studios. She just sent me so many eyes, which I'll show you once we're done talking about market prep. We'll do a safety eye haul. Well, sinker eye haul, but these ones are beautiful. They're purple and they're gonna go really well with the purple flowers. She also ordered a ton of tiny mushrooms, a ton of tiny possums, 20 each, 20 mushrooms, 20 possums, and then she also ordered a set of horns. So she's gonna crochet her own dragon, put the horns on there. Super cool idea, totally down for it. And then we also ordered a giant raccoon, so that will be going out. Speaking of giant raccoons, guys, I promise I'll be working on that pattern eventually. The first thing I want to do is get this pattern out though, and this is Wisteria. Officially decided her name will be Wisteria. I crocheted this girl with Parfait Chunky. So smaller yarn type, perfect for pattern photos, and this is how she turned out. Guys, I'm all over the place. I have so many things I want to tell you, so bear with me for a second. I took Wisteria with me to out of state, and I met up with one of my best friends here in the crochet sphere. Really my only best friend. We're not counting my family, but we met up for the first time ever, which I didn't think was gonna happen for a long time, but it did, so that was very exciting. We took tons of photos, so I'll put them on the screen. My friend Big Pile of Craft, Victoria, she took so many amazing photos. I was watching her take them and I was like, how is it possible her photos are better than mine? But it's true. They are so pretty. I can't wait to do the tester call for this. Pretty much the only thing I'm waiting on right now is that I need to crochet the wildflower dragon so that all the little details I can take pattern photos of, get the patterns written down for them. I'm talking so fast. Hopefully this is making sense. Yeah, it's going really well. Wisteria, she's going to get the tester call first because I need to get this pattern out. She'll be the first pattern I release officially in my Etsy shop, which is exciting. Hopefully that will kind of help even traffic out and maybe like help everybody move over from coffee to Etsy. I don't know, we'll see what happens, but I'm pretty excited. So there will be a tester call probably mid-June, if not the end of June. I know I've said multiple times different dates and I keep pushing it back, but I've just been really stressed out, really busy. So I'm finally nearly ready again though, and I'm very excited. I think you all like Wisteria a lot too, so I hope that that's the case. I was also making some smaller versions of her out of Willow and Little Will so I can get some comparison photos. I was kind of thinking of doing the same thing with the wildflower dragon before I ship it out, but I don't know if I have time just because this order is going to take forever. Okay, switching topics back to my trip out of state. I met up with Big Pile of Craft and we did a little trade. We both did an elephant crochet off and yeah, let's just say she crushed me and finished like hours. Definitely hours before I did. That just shows that I'm too much of a perfectionist sometimes, okay? But to be fair, I also embroidered eyes and I worked in Bernat Blanket, which I don't normally work with. So to be fair, next time we meet up, hopefully we're gonna make it an annual thing. And the next time we meet up, we have to make something out of Sweet Snuggles Light. And we're gonna see if the yarn is the problem or if I'm just simply that slow. Hopefully it's just the yarn. Look at how beautiful this elephant is. She got this yarn, which I had never seen before. My Michael's store has terrible selection for Bernat, apparently. But it is so pretty. I even got myself a skein of this yarn. Don't know what I'm gonna do with it yet. I'm thinking I need to make some giant elephants. The elephants I have right now, they are my oldest plushies. I think they're like 3 years old and they're not as high quality as the stuff I make now. So I might end up doing that. Anyways, I told you we talk about market prep and we haven't done that at all. So let's talk about market prep. I'm prepping for my once a year festival. It's 3 days long. It draws in about 100,000 people plus. Not everyone comes into the crafting area, but you know, still a good chunk of people come over there. I only do a festival once a year because I prep for it all year. You all have heard the spiel before unless you're new here, so I'm just gonna explain it in this video since it's episode 1 of our 2027 market prep. I just go to one event. The goal is to make 10K or more, 10 grand or more, and so far I've done that for 2 years successfully. Hopefully next year will be the same. In fact, I'm hoping next year will be even better because it is the 50th anniversary of the festival I go to, and I'm hoping that means that a lot more people will show up. And if that's the case, well, it doesn't matter if that's the case or not. I'm planning on getting 2 booths. I know. You have to ignore my phone. I'm gonna get 2 spaces next to each other, if they'll let me, of course, and it all works out. So it's gonna be $810 booth fee, which is a lot, but we're gonna give it a shot because I think that making my booth bigger, having 3 8-foot tables instead of just 2, I think everything will just be spread out more, and I'm gonna go play with the scarcity a bit more this year. Well, next year. And the goal is to just pressure people subtly without like actually pressuring someone to buying things, hopefully. We're gonna see how that goes. But yeah, I'm thinking about getting 2 booth spaces. It's gonna be expensive. We also will need to get another table, of course, and a canopy that will fit the 10 by 20 space. So the upgrade will be kind of expensive, but I do think it will be worth it. I think it'll look great. At the very least, it'll look great. So the goal for next year is to make 15K. If I don't make 15K with a double booth, I'm just gonna shrink back down to the 10 by 10, just because that won't be worth it for me in the future to pay all these expenses to upgrade, buy new things for it, and then not see that return investment, if I'm allowed to use that term in crochet world. That is the goal. The goal is to make 15K total sales, and that's not counting expenses, so that's just gross profit. And I'm also planning on making 25K worth of inventory. Really not sure if that's going to be possible, but I am starting, I feel like, a little bit earlier than last year, so maybe I can get as close to 25K as possible. That is the plan. That's the plan. We're gonna see how it goes, and like I said, if I don't reach the 15K goal, then we'll just condense back down to a smaller booth space the year later, but I'm pretty hopeful. I think it will go really well. The thing that I'm really excited about, I'm most excited in my business about being on YouTube and this festival. I've been struggling to love the online pattern making side of things, and I think that's just because I'm so confused on how people keep up with things, how people keep track of everything. Like, how do you have time to crochet? This is what I think I'm gonna put most of my focus in, and occasionally I will be releasing patterns, so I'm gonna be slowing down. I know I said in the beginning of this year I wanted to do 2 patterns every month, 24 patterns by the end of the year, if not more. That's just not something that's feasible for me. In 2024, I released tons of patterns. I can't remember exact number, but it was a lot, and I thought that I could just keep up with that number, but there's only so many small patterns you can make before you just don't have any more ideas, or you don't want to accidentally copy someone or something else. Like, hopefully I'm making sense here, but I'm gonna be slowing down on the pattern designing thing, and I mentioned this in my other video. I know, guys, I've talked a lot, I'm sorry, but I'm probably gonna keep like all of this in just so you all can see how much I ramble. I mentioned that I wanted to get married and settle down, have kids, and I probably won't be able to go to a festival every year if that happens, which I don't have an issue with. But if that does happen and I can't go to a festival every year. Maybe I have to do it every 2 years. I don't know. That's future me problems. We'll think about it later. If that's the case, then when I slow down on market prep, I will speed up on the pattern designing. So, you know, it's just a balance right now, and the balance has to sway towards market prep right now and less for pattern designing. I hope you all understand. I have been so overwhelmed recently, and I really hate feeling that way. It's something that I wish I never felt. Which I'm sure we all feel the same way about negative emotions, but I just want to love what I'm doing, and so slowing down is going to be how I do it. And of course I have to learn the hard way. My dad advised me in the beginning of this year to probably not release 2 patterns every month. I was like, 2 patterns a month? That's not hard. I just gotta get in a rhythm. And then April comes around and nope, I can't do it anymore. So if you have an advisor in your life that gives good advice, maybe you should listen to him or her. I listen to him a lot, okay? He watches all my videos, so he knows for a fact I listen to him a lot, and he'll try and say, oh, you know, you never listen to me, you know, as dads do, but trust me guys, I listen to him. I definitely wouldn't be where I am today if I didn't listen to him. Anyways, I have a sinker eye haul for you, which is from Traveling Pony Studios, and then after that I'm gonna put a ton of video clips that I took between my festival and now, just things that I didn't have a place for. So, you know, I'll put the dates on the screen when they happened and then edit them together. I think this video might be nice and long. Of course, when I say that, it ends up being like 35 minutes, but I don't know, maybe this one will be closer to an hour. We'll see. But first, sinker eye haul. This might be a weird angle, but I'm hoping that the lighting will be better because I'll show you over here. I don't know, we'll see. I ended up ordering a large amount of eyes. She said it's her largest order to date, which is good. That's what I wanted. So the first one I showed you is already on the dragon. It's the 40mm eye right here, which they are purple. I think I had a different intention for those eyes, but it works perfectly with the wildflower dragon. She packaged these all really nicely. I just put them in a bag because I had to drag them all upstairs. I ordered 4 sets of 40mm from her, and these are all a little like smudged on the surface, so don't mind that. I just touched all over them as you do. Here are 2 of them, a darker purple. This one has like a galaxy theme, which is, I need to make a black dragon, y'all. It's gonna happen. And then I have the cherry blossom theme because I have to remake that dragon. It's just a requirement, right? And then I also got these silvery pinky purple ones. They're more pink than purple, but they're really pretty. So those are the 40mm. These are 30mm in like shades of blue. They're so pretty. Next I have a sheet of 20mm, all different colors. She went crazy, color crazy, which is perfect for me. I refuse to complain about that. My only concern right now is where I'm going to store all of these. Another set of 20mm. So beautiful. I can't remember specifically how many I ordered, but I think I got 20 20mm, 20 25mm, and then 10 30mm, if that's right. But here's another sheet of 20. So pretty. And then I also have a couple Patreon eyes mixed in here as well. So if you all want to support Carrie, Traveling Pony Studios, make sure to check out her Patreon eyes. They're really pretty. I've been signed up for however long this year's been. And I have loved every single one. These are 25mm in different shades. And that's Buddy scratching my carpet. Hey, Buddy. This is a mix of 30mm, 20, and then 25 on the bottom there. So pretty. She always gives me these white pupils and it takes me forever to decide what to use them on because they're so pretty. So that pink willow I made sold immediately at my festival. That had white pupils, and then the year before that I made a lilac colored one with white pupils, and that one sold pretty much immediately too, so I might have to do that again with some white pupils. These are 25mm. These ones are my favorite. All these different colors. These are more 25mm, some shades of pink and blue. Ugh, they're so pretty. 20mm in the bottom here, 25. Super, super pretty. 25 and a 20 here at the top. Look how bright it is. It is bright pink. I'm not sure if it's showing up right on camera. Galaxy themed there. Some golds, oranges. Perfect colors. Alright, 2 more packages left. Here I have some 20, 25, and 30. More of that galaxy theme color. which I'm so excited to work with. This one's really pretty too. Last one, and they're all 30 millimeters. And here are the last ones. So pretty. We got some greens, some gold with green in them. Isn't that interesting? And I love this. I don't know if you can see. Yeah, there's silver and blue in there. So pretty. And then of course the pink. My sister said this is her favorite pink. So that's a win. She has a hard time with pink, like liking pink. So I will take it. These gorgeous, gorgeous eyes, like I already said, are from Traveling Pony Studios. She said that she would send me some eyes so that I could show them off later. So y'all have to make sure she does that. We'll have to hold her accountable. But these eyes are so pretty. I have plans for 2 of the 40 millimeter eyes. I need to make, here's my goal, I need to make at least 3. I have no idea what I was saying, and I'm sorry that I probably won't remember. My sister said that people don't get sick this time of year, so I had to go prove her wrong. Anyways, I don't know what I was saying, but these eyes are all so stunning, and I absolutely love them. Here they all are together. Lots and lots of options. I am going to, in my next video, do a little bit of a breakdown of my plans, like actual plushies I want to crochet with the yarn that I have, so stay tuned for that. I have plans for these 2 40 millimeter eyes, but if y'all have any plans for this one, anything that comes to mind, feel free to let me know. I have a set of gold eyes here that I'm going to make another green dragon with once I finish the wild... I just threw it on the floor. Once I finish the wildflower dragon, I'm gonna make a green one as well for my actual event. Alright, I'm obviously not allowed to talk anymore because I can't stop coughing, so I am going to play all those previous clips for you all now, and then when I feel better, I'm gonna do an outro, so I guess we'll go do that. I totally forgot to mention, but I did start market prepping. I think I wanted to say this, but I forgot. I made this adorable sea turtle. These are eyes from Traveling Pony Studios. One of the only ones I had left over from my original order with her. But I made this guy with Burnett Blanket and then Sweet Snow Light, so he's super cute. This is my larger sea turtle pattern. Stitches are a lot tighter, so it's a lot smaller than the one in the tutorial, but it's fine. I'm thinking I need to make a bigger version as well. And then I also started making some jellyfish for fun because I really enjoyed making these. At the end of my last prep. I'm making a bunch of these. I'm going to do 3 of each color this time instead of just 2 because these guys sold out by day 3. Everybody loves the jellyfish, so hopefully that stays true for next year. But I also think I'm going to make a few more colors as well. Let's see, I have pink, green, purple, and blue, so I might make one more color, but we'll see. I want to use the variegated yarn as much as possible on these because I have a surplus of certain colors, so that's the plan. Now I'm going to go ahead and play those clips for you. I officially have this room put back together in a somewhat orderly manner. Here's all my plushies in bins. I'm gonna go through and post a lot of these online. Over here we have the chair officially cleared and the spare bed is officially cleared. So everything is nice in here for the most part. I've decided that I'm probably just gonna keep this blanket because nobody ever wants it anyways, so I might as well decorate this room a little bit with some things that I've made, right? But anyways, that is it for now. I still have to check in with the person who wants these 2 dragons, but I finished all their bees, so I just need their approval on that for the invoice to be paid, and then I will package them up and they'll ship them out. Also, here's my list of things I'm gonna list. It's a long one, so probably won't happen all at once, but we'll see what happens. Exciting news, both dragons and all 20 bees are officially going to their new home, which means I need to package them up and ship them out this morning. Hopefully I have time this morning, but we're gonna package it up and just see what happens after that. But Hot Cheeto Dragon finally has a good home, and Rainbow in the Sky Dragon, 2 of my favorites, recent favorites for sure, and I'm glad that they are going to a great home. I know that she's gonna love them. I mean, I love them, so I have to assume that she'll love them too. Anyways, let me get a big box for them and let's get them packaged up. I haven't updated you all in forever. I actually have no idea how many days it's been. Too many, that's for sure. But I want to show you this plushie because this plushie right here is officially sold to somebody who ordered from me via my Instagram DMs. And I actually sold another plushie too. I mean, she hasn't paid for it yet, but I suspect by the end of the week that will all be settled. The only issue is that it is that beautiful blue elephant way there at the bottom. So I'm gonna have to break that out since I'm still waiting for full confirmation. I can just wait till tomorrow though, it's pretty late. I just wanted to chat for a second because why not? just finished packaging up these 2 boxes. They're all ready to go. 2 orders at the same time is really nice. It's kind of weird because I had a few months where I wasn't selling a thing, so I'll take it. I'm very happy. And then also exciting news, I've started pattern writing again. So I am taking photos of the giant dragon pattern. Finally, officially. Here's the color so far. I ended up getting some Parfait Chunky, and this colorway, a couple other colors as well, were on clearance. I guess they're discontinuing them. So I decided to get a whole bunch of them so that I could make a giant dragon out of it. This dragon will be a little bit less gigantic because Parfait Chunky is a lot smaller than Sweet Snow's Light, but it'll make pattern photos a lot easier to take, and I think this dragon will be really pretty when it's finished. I'm going for Wisteria vibes because I've officially decided to name the pattern Wisteria the Giant Dragon. Probably the Giant Wood Dragon, but we'll see about that. Oh, I also have something else to show you. So I've been working on a giant dragon before I started this final one for pattern photos, and it is a tiny giant dragon. This guy right here. I finished all of the pieces, sewn it all together, and now my mom is decking it out in crystals, gems, and precious stones, of course, and we'll just see how it turns out. There's also going to be shells, bones, and pearls on here. So we're going for a beach theme, kind of like a seaside theme. We picked this blue yarn here. This is Skinny Chanel, so real small, 3mm hook. It's so cute though, and it's just gonna be epic when it's finished. These eyes are from Traveling Pony Studios. This is one of the Patreon eyes. There we go. They're really pretty. The lighting in here is kind of iffy. It has some pink in it, some orange shades, so it's really perfect for a shore theme, an ocean theme. We're also toying with the idea of doing like a net on the horns, kind of like it got caught up on the horns. I don't know. Also, we're going for driftwood vibes, so I don't know. We'll just see what happens. I'm letting my mom take creative control on this, and she can do whatever she wants now that the base is finished. That's my little long update. That's pretty much what I've been up to. I also have another order potentially for another giant dragon, so I'm gonna get started on that eventually. I need to order some yarn. We're gonna go to Michael's today and things like that. So that's pretty much it for now. I'll check in with you all later with more updates. I was planning on enjoying my day and crocheting, but I totally forgot to film an after clip of all my plushies out, so I'm laying them all back out on the beds, and I'm gonna get an after clip for my Instagram, and I might post this on YouTube Shorts as well. I filmed on my camera, yeah, but I just totally forgot to get any vertical footage. So anyways, I'm gonna attempt to squeeze everything on this one surface to make it look as condensed as possible. I want the after to be shocking. I mean, it is still shocking, but I don't know, as shocking as possible would be nice. But yeah, let's just see how this goes. I can't promise how this footage is gonna look because apparently my camera has a hard time focusing. Anyways, I'm packaging up another plushie. It's a big one this time. The plushie she ordered is a plushie I've had for a long time. Give me a second. It is one of my favorite extra large elephants. It is so cute. The sapphire elephant. I don't know how I didn't think of that because it is seriously the perfect name. But I'm gonna go ahead and package this guy up. He is one of my floppier extra large plushies, but in a good way. But I got a box, obviously. And the box isn't very big, so this is gonna be squeezed in. Well, it is a big box, but it's not huge for this plushie. But I'm gonna squeeze it in here because it'll look kind of like that. The smaller the box, the cheaper the shipping. At least that's my understanding of how everything works. Tissue paper, and then the elephant gets an inspection. I kind of already did that this morning. Just sometimes there can be a little bit of stuffing on the seams and stuff, but one looks good to me. Here's one final look. Adorable elephant. He's gonna go right in this box. And then there'll be more tissue paper on top. I've decided to just pull a bee out of my minis bin because I don't have time this morning to make a mini bee, a teeny tiny one. I mean, maybe I do. Maybe I could just make one. I was thinking of making a blue bee to match, so maybe I'll just end up doing that. I just won't seal the box up yet. I got a sticker. I actually think I'm gonna go with the blue dragon for this. I'm gonna keep the blue theme. Blue dragon. You know what I might actually do? I have a little bit of blue tissue paper left over from a birthday. Hold on, I'm gonna go get that. Okay, I found some blue tissue paper. I only have 2 sheets of it, but that should be enough. And I also found a blue bag for all of the free stuff. I'm gonna go ahead and put the business cards and the sticker in there for now. And then I also am gonna go make a tiny bee. It'll take me 15 minutes, so I should have time for that. So I'm gonna do that real quick and I will be back in a second for you. Minutes for me. I will admit, it has been a while since I talked with you all. My little situation here is a mess, so feel free to ignore that. I have had 2 more orders since I last talked with you. One was already made, so they ended up picking a few different things from my already made stuff, as I just said. And they ordered 2 unicorns and a cow. So I'm gonna package those guys up, and I know they're for at least 2 people, so I'm gonna give them 2 freebies. I'm sure they'll love it, hopefully. And then the other order I have is for this bee right here. So this guy is gonna be shipped out to tomorrow, since today's Sunday. Actually, I might have to ship it out Tuesday considering tomorrow is a holiday. We'll figure it out. But I am gonna package these up today because I did finish the freebies. I don't have any with me right now, but y'all know what it looks like. Tiny little bee, super cute. Thank you both for your purchases if you watch this video. I don't know if you do. I have had a lot of orders recently, which is crazy, and I really appreciate it. I do have another giant order I need to tell you all about, but I'm gonna let you all know about that as I work on it more. So this is the update for now. Here's one more look at Wisteria. Isn't she beautiful? And that is everything that I have for you in today's video. Thank you all so much for watching and for watching to the end. If you did, why don't we leave a flower emoji? Any kind, I guess. I think there's lots to pick from, but it makes sense with this dragon here. Make sure to check out my new Etsy shop. I have a discount code, 10% off your total order if you enter single crochet in all caps at checkout. And I think that is it. Stay tuned for my next video, which will be market related, a tutorial, something along those lines. I don't know. We'll figure it out together. Thank you for watching, and I will hopefully see you then. Bye!